You think you're a better driver than me?
Everyone knows he's a better driver.
All right, and we will carry right along to March 14th, which brings us a video game adaptation, and one that doesn't start with the word resident. Aaron Paul, fresh off his strong performance in Breaking Bad as Jesse Pinkman, stars in Need for Speed. The basic premise of the game has players controlling super-fast cars, often being aggressively pursued by the authorities or by various unsavory characters. What's most noteworthy about Need for Speed is the surprisingly serious angle the filmmakers seem to be taking with the material. Chris, we've long been saying that video game adaptations might be the next wave of movie adaptations after comic books, so will Need for Speed help kick off that trend?
It might do for video games what Battleship did for board games in the cinema.
Oh, gosh.
No, I don't think it'll actually be that bad. It's hard to say whether it's going to kick off a trend or not. I just think good movies beget similar movies and bad movies
don't.
Yeah, unless they're Transformers, in which case
that
they
was
just
really
keep making them.
philosophical of you. Really,
right,
well done.
right.
So I don't know. This is another one actually that's been trickling out to critics and to audiences. They did a 1-day screening event for this about a month before the movie came out a couple weeks ago. Critics seem to like it reasonably well. I think the dialogue they said was really painfully campy, but all the action was really great in kind of a Fast and Furious kind of way. So will critics like it overall? A little bit harder to say. I'm going to say certified fresh, but just barely, 60% positive, and a good opening $25 million.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying there, Chris, and I think everyone's going to in some way try to compare these to the Fast and Furious films, which amazingly,
it's so easy.
I have to give out these numbers real quick. The last two Fast and Furious films got 77 and 69% positive on Rotten Tomatoes. They also made 86 million and 97 million their opening weekends.
Wow.
I don't think this is going to do those numbers by any extent.
No.
I think this Need for Speed is trying to differentiate itself by being a little more serious, and whether or not that's going to work and not be just ridiculous, it remains to be seen, but I actually think it's going to work. I think it's going to do okay. I'm going to go 70% positive, and I'm going to say that Aaron Paul rides off his Breaking Bad fame, and people come out to see this because they like car movies, they like action movies. So I'm going to say 46 million. That would be a lot. I actually am really excited to see this. I think it's going to be fun.
But this definitely doesn't have the names behind it that Fast and the Furious does. It doesn't have the established characters behind it.
I mostly agree with you. I don't know how many people who love Breaking Bad. I don't know if that's going to cross-pollinate into the action car sequence movies. I don't know if it's the same audience looking at those two films. But, I think Aaron Paul is trying his best.
It doesn't feel very original. And this doesn't seem like it's doing it any better than anyone else has. So I'm not really sure I'm going to get the appeal. It doesn't look terrible. I think the same as Chris, 60%. And then, like you said, people like to go see car movies. I'm going to go with 35 million, which is a pretty solid number.
Yeah.
As a resident pessimist, I feel the need to put my stamp on this and say I think you're all too high on critical response. This one's going rotten, baby. Rotten.
And Jill, don't feel bad for not having played the video games. There's no plot. There's nothing.
Right.
You're missing no piece of information.
All right.
You are out of your mind.